Maayong adlaw, mabuhay! I am Shana Mayara Pinales, the representative of Bagaban Travel and Tour. I am here to represent our new package here in Cebu City. Welcome to Cebu! Cebu City is known as the oldest city in the Philippines, one of the largest city and boasting port, being the first Spanish settlement in the Philippines. There are a lot of amazing and beautiful places in Cebu City. One of that is Uslab. One of the best places to visit in Cebu is Uslab. Perhaps you will already heard about it because of what it offers to its visitors. People can watch the gentle giants and also known as well shark, or if you are adventurous enough, you can also swim in them to get a closer encounter. Batayan Island. One of the most beautiful North Cebu tourist spots in Batayan Island. It is a place where you can find calmness and serenity in spite of numerous tourists who travel there every day. Once you step out of your boat and walk Batayan fine with sand, you will be welcomed by fresh air and crashing waves of its clean blue waters that become a perfect harmony, letting you hear and sound of nature. Because of this, Bantayan is considered one of the most beautiful places in Cebu. Malapascoa Island. While the island's name means bad Eastern, this tourist spot in Cebu is so far from giving you a bad experience. Malapascoa is a great destination for both divers and non-divers. You won't get disappointed upon saying it's an unspoiled white sand beach, beautiful coral gardens, and a rich marine life. That's why it is called the attention of travelers across the world and eventually gained the title of being one of the Philippines' best diving spots. Kawasan Falls is one of the top Cebu South tourist spots. It is a three-stage cascade of clear turquoise water from the mountain spring of Mantalongan mountain range. Aside from the nature beauty, Kawasan Falls has also become famous because one of the most popular activities in Cebu is done here in canyoning. The canyoning adventure starts off Canlog River downstream going to Kawasan Falls. There are local accredited guides that accompany and tourists facilitate activities at this tourist attraction in Cebu, such as walking, jumping, swimming, climbing, and abseiling through the streams. Simala Shrine. Simala Church is a prestigious castle-like structure that tourists flock to, home to the monastery of Holy and Charis. People from all over the world visit this pristine church to witness tradition and religious gathering. Many Catholic devotees include Simala Church to their list of most visited tourist spots in Temple of Leia. The has Cebu's version of India Taj Mahal. The Temple of Leia has been attracting foreign and local tourists for its great inspired architecture shrine. Unlike India Taj Mahal, the Temple of Leia is not a mausoleum but serves as home to the treasure and memorabilia of the late Leia Albino Adarna, the grandmother of Filipino actress Ellen Adarna. Her husband Rodocio Soriano Adarna reportedly spent 80 million pesos to put this temple a symbol of his undying love for her. Whether you can also enjoy the scenic view of Cebu from the top, has a located top of hills in Bonsai, Cebu City. This Cebu City's tourist spot is one of the famous visits. Magellan Cross within walking distance from the Basilica Minor del Santo Niño. You can find the famous Magellan Cross, one of the main Cebu attractions. While Filipino consider Ferdinand Magellan of Villain in the Philippine history, this landmark is considered as one of the most important history markers in Cebu City. That's because it was established upon Magellan's order to mark his arrival in the country. It also served as a reminder of the birth of Christianity in the Philippines. Cebu Taoist Temple. To complete your Cebu tourist spot itinerary, you should include the Cebu Taoist Temple, especially if you are looking for another religious site to visit. The temple was built to preserve the teaching of Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu. While it was built from tourism purpose, it has become one of the most famous Cebu tourist spots because of its beautiful architecture. Visitors will get an overlooking view of the city from a balcony. The entrance of the tourism spot in Cebu even looking like the Great Wall of China. We cannot deny the fact that every time we travel, we're looking for food. In Cebu City, we have puso rice, more commonly known as hanging rice, Puso rice are built and wrapped in coconut leaves, and you will mostly likely to notice in local catteries. Ngayog, this staple is comparable to the famous spring roll, and it's deep fried and mainly made of unod and ground pork. History of Cebu City. Cebu City is capital. Cebu is considered to be the oldest city in the Philippines. It's also known as the oldest settlement established by a Spaniard in country. The distance from the capital city to Cebu City is about 826.3 kilometers or 514.4 miles in a car, 24 hours and 23 minutes in motorcycles, 2 hours and 19 minutes in train, 1 day and 1 hour in aircraft, 1 hour and 25 minutes. Best time to visit and go in Cebu City. The best time to visit Cebu is November to May. This peak season and when things are at their visits, but it's peak seasons because it is also dry season. Plus, it is the best time to see whale and sharks. How to get there Cebu City by air? We have Cebu Pacific, Air Asia, Philippine Airlines. From Manila to Cebu, it takes 1 hour and 25 minutes. From Cebu to Manila, approximately 1 hour and 25 minutes. Transportation rentals here in Cebu City. According to the Tribe Advisory, we have a lot of transportation rentals, from ferries to taxis to shuttles to van. Amazing accommodation tourists to Cebu City. Agoda is one of the world's fastest growing online booking platform, and according to Agoda, we have from 2 stars to 5 stars. We have Maxwell Hotels. We have Crimson's Resort and Spa. We have Appleton with resorts. We have Bahada Willingness Resort and Alicia Portal and many more. Where and what food good to eat? In Cebu City, according to Ship Advisory, we have a lot of restaurants with different kind of cuisine. We have Japanese, Italian cuisine. We have Filipino, Italian, Mediterranean cuisine, and many more.